Hi, Empress Justice, aka Fabian Deacon. Usually I would advertise my daily readings, but I'm actually not going to be doing them up until the 25th of April. So there won't be any more daily readings until Monday. I decided that I was going to take a break for a few days because I was just getting really, really fatigued. And it's actually not the readings that are fatiguing me, it's spending like way too much time on my laptop that's fatiguing me. I mean, I say that, but I'm probably going to go back on it and do something else. But when you're spending too much time on your laptop, you get a bit fatigued and you get a bit worn out. So I'm taking a break. Um, but I have done the new moon reading for Barony. So if you'd like to check that out, you can check that out on Empress Justice Tarot YouTube. You can still check that out on Instagram because I've given the Instagram some space to breathe now. So if you want to watch the new moon and Barony reading on Empress Justice Tarot Instagram, you can do that. You want to watch it on YouTube, you can do that. All the timestamps are there on YouTube. So you got plenty of content to keep you busy until I come back. Like, it's only gonna be a few days anyway. So I woke up today, and because I didn't have any readings to do and because I didn't, I wasn't doing anything, I immediately noticed an improvement in my mood. It's funny how lessening your access to social media or, lessening your activity on your phone or kind of lessening the negativity on it, it's amazing how that kind of changes your mindset. I did call the police about the noise disturbance thing when it came to my tarot reading. Not because they were playing loud music or anything like that, because I don't actually mind that all that much. It's just that they were doing it at a time when they knew I was doing my reading, and the mother was talking about doing it whilst I was doing my reading. So, it's harassment. It's got nothing to do with the noise. Noise I can handle. It's just that when you're deliberately doing something to hurt another person, of course, the other person has to do what they do in order to try to protect themselves. And it's really as simple as that. So, yeah, so I'll call the police, iron that out. I have to complain to the council as well. Technically, these people are not playing loud music at unsociable hours. 9:30 on the weekdays and 10:30 on the weekends are the cutoff point. So, and I was doing my readings during the day, so it wasn't necessarily the timing. It's just that they knew what they were doing because they had been watching my YouTube. So they know what time of day that I'm doing my readings, and they know, they know what's going on. So they did that deliberately. So they always do that deliberately. If I'm doing manifestation work or if I'm doing anything like that, anything that I actually enjoy, they always want to get in the way of noise pollution. It doesn't work, but they always do that. So iron that out. I don't have the recording for you now, but I'll have a recording next time they talk to me. So it makes no difference, honestly. It makes no difference either way. So yeah, so apart from that, I'm actually really, really good. I'm really good. I got out a lot of emotions yesterday, and the thing that surprises you about being a targeted individual, you get so used to the torture that it's not the torture that actually upsets you anymore, depending on what the torture actually is. You get so used to it that other things become more important than the torture. And I know it's easy for me to say because I'm not going through like so many TIs are just going through the most horrific things. And to my knowledge anyway, I've been spared from that. I don't actually know, but to my knowledge, I've been spared from that. So I know it's easy for me to say, oh, I can focus on other things, but because I'm used to the torture by now, like in comparison to what some other TIs get, my torture ain't even that bad. But I can only talk about it from my perspective, and as a Havana syndrome victim, I can only talk about how it's affected me. And truth be told, there are times where I can really handle it, no matter how bad it gets. And then there are times where I can't. And, you know, I just have to roll through the motions, let things be how they are, because, you know, torture, you're going to say ow, you're going to react. But then there are times where you're going to get so used to it that it's not that you don't notice, it's just that other things take your attention. And I'm kind of at that place at the moment. I'm sure, you know, I'll be in so much pain with the torture that I'll be focused all over on the torture again. But for now, I'm focused on other things other than the torture. So, you know, it's just, yeah. There are some of you that might have experienced targeting going on the up. I just got word yesterday that one TI from Wales has been sectioned for a mental health assessment. As you guys know, Ramala D was sectioned as well, even though she was let out pretty quickly afterwards. So some TIs might experience their targeting skyrocketing, whereas there are people like me who are experiencing our targeting calming down somewhat. And I think that's really, I've said it before, I said it about like 3 years ago or something. I think even longer than that. That targeting is really dependent on each TI's timing. I think we're put on schedules in terms of how bad the abuse, you know, on what stage of the abuse cycle that we're actually on. I think all of us are on some kind of rota. And I think, you know, how we're tortured and, you know, and when we're tortured, it depends upon when we're scheduled in a way. I know it doesn't make much sense to listen to that, but I think it's a rotary system where there are some TIs who have their abuse cycle happen at a certain time, and then there are others who have their abuse happen at a certain time. And I noticed that during summer, unless it's key months like January or something, or not January, unless it's key months like July or something, then 9 times out of 10, my targeting overall, it usually calms down during the summer and during the summer months. It usually calms down during then, and it usually ramps up during winter to kind of worsen the seasonal affective disorder that I already have. So it will kind of operate in a cycle. In my case, it's like it gets worse as the times get colder. It gets worse for me. Other people might experience the opposite. They might experience that, you know, they're targeting lessons during winter or autumn. But with me, I've always noticed it in spring and summer. It's like when spring is approaching, it's like there's a last ditch attempt to like get me sectioned or what have you, or, you know, get me sectioned or have something happen to me. Like a last ditch attempt. So everything like kind of ramps up, and then after March and April, like it sort of calms down. So yeah, I really think it's kind of a rotary system, and the rotor that we're actually on, it depends on the TI. So yeah, that's what I think is going on with the additional sectioning and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm not going to say that they can't do that with me, but I'm saying that they might not like the results if they do that. I feel like I have to be where I can do the most good. And spirit will decide for me where that is, not the gang stalkers. So it's not dependent on what they want. You know, what's best for, you know, people that are most in need is not going to be dependent on the gang stalkers. They're not as in control as they think. They're responding to fate. They're not in charge of it. So wherever spirit deems that I do the best work that I can for humanity, that's where spirit is going to put me. That's where spirit is going to put me. And, you know, now they're screaming upstairs. It's just part of the course every morning now. Wherever spirit deems it necessary to put me, that's where I'm going to be. So Yeah, it's beautiful today. Look, hang on. 1 second. I've got to open this a little bit more. Hold up. Look at that. Oh, look at this. Look. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Oh, the view from here is crazy. Because where I live, it's in the downs, right? So what you're seeing right now is all that farmland. And then you're seeing the sea right behind it. It's amazing. And it's beautiful and sunny today. Speaking of which, I decided to wear a dress. I don't know, man. I'm only going to be in my house. Like, and if I ever go out, I'm probably going to go out just to get something to eat. Like, the fucking trousers are too binding. They're too binding. Like, it's constricting me. It's too binding to wear trousers at this time, and especially around my house. Yeah, I'm wearing a dress. Might buy more, actually. I'm not normally a dress person, but I feel like it'd do me better to just wear a few dresses every now and then. Give my legs a break. You know. So, yeah. Anyway, that was my update for today. So don't expect any daily readings from today to... The daily readings will start up again on the 25th. So don't expect any readings until then. But do check out my New Moon in Barony reading. It's a good one. In fact, the noise disturbance actually helped in a way because that was actually one of the better readings I've ever done. Yeah. I shouldn't say it helped. It's getting on my nerves the whole time. I shouldn't say it helps, but it actually did. Like, if you look at the actual reading itself, yeah, it was really good. It's a good reading. So, yeah, go ahead and watch that. And yeah, I'll see you guys another time. Take care, my fellow TIs. Bye bye. Oh, hold on.